This is This Evening News. Reporting from News Headquarters in New York.
Good evening.
Welcome to TV34 News. I'm Jim, he's Tim.
I'm Tim, he's Jim.
The headlines: a murder investigation in Ballinadee, candlesticks go up by 10%, and in sport, Harbour United come close.
Good evening. Danger, war, killer, fraud, CIA, mayhem, crisis, horrible, inflation, military threat, the flaming debris, fatal heart attack, stress injuries, prison disaster, economic collapse, dangerous radiation, a tide of violence and human misery, a liar and an unremorseful killer, communist international smuggling pipeline.
TV34 News. Today Minister Jojo has announced his new budget and there's a 10% increase on candles. Candles have gone up 10%. What do you think, Tim?
I think this is an utter disgrace, Jim, because it's people like my family are going to suffer the consequences of this decision.
Yes, your family, because your family has a lot less money than most other families.
Yes,
mainly mine.
Yes, and my family has no home and they need candles to survive.
Yes, because the homeless have no homes.
No, they have no home and they need candles to cook food, to have heating, to have...
Candles are a source of light.
Light and heat, Jim.
Light and heat equals energy. Do you ever do physics, Tim?
I did it once in school.
Yes,
Jim.
And if you did, you would realise that candles are more important than electricity. And they are gone up by 10%. They should be gone down by 10%.
Minus 10%!
If you're out there, Jojo, we will be after you. 10% increase in candles is nothing.
It's a disgrace!
Nothing. We need different budget. And we are looking at you. Anyway, Tim. Now, in other news, there was a murder investigation today in Ballinadee. A man has been murdered. We will be joined in a minute by Taj Mahal, who is at the scene. But first, we will join a man who has stopped smoking. So you have stopped smoking?
Yes, I have.
He's a courageous man.
Why, thank you.
First, back to you, Tim.
We are now joined by Taj in Ballinadee. What's up, Taj? Hi, Tim. I'm here with the victim, Jim as he'd like to be known. I'll ask him a few questions. Have you any information about the case? Jim seems reluctant to give us any information.
Who would do such a thing?
It is a shock to all Ballinadee about this murder. I can remember several months ago there playing badminton with Jim down in Ballinadee Sports Hall just after they putting up the rafters. There was no real ceiling.
He'll be dearly missed by all of Ballinadee.
I'm joined here by Garda Musto, who's in charge of the investigation. Garda Musto, what's your opinion on the case?
We believe that the banana skin at the top of the stairs was put there on purpose to kill Jim.
At first, Garda believed this was a suicide case, but immediately turned into a murder investigation when this piece of evidence was found. This is a banana peel, which is believed that was put purposely to kill Jim. Taj Mahal, TV34 News. Moving story, Jim.
Yes, it was, Tim.
Now over to Jim Joe with this evening's sport.
Thanks, Tim. Harbour United and Harbour Celtic had a match today in the Division 2, Bantry Division 2 Cup, where Harbour United started off well, scoring a hat-trick from Timmy Nine. He scored these goals in the first 4 minutes, but Harbour Celtic gradually came back into the game, and the game finished 3-3 on the 90th minute. But the game went into extra time, and Harbour Celtic ran away with the win. 11-3 was the final score. That's all in today's sports news. Back to Jim and Tim for the rest of the day's news. Jim Joe, that was a hard loss for Harbour United today, huh, Tim?
It sure was, Jim. They were unlucky today to come away with only no points.
Yes. Well, that's the end of today's news. We'll be joining you again tomorrow at the
News just in from Ballinadee. Tash Mahal has been arrested for Jim's murder.
That's something. We'll be joining you again the same time tomorrow. Good night and God bless. TV34 News.
Walking all the day near tall towers.